we're going to graph the example 1. Now in example 1, if you remember what we had is we were doing the money. Now in these graphs, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to say this is year, okay, and then over here we'll say that this is our money. All right, that's our money. Now for the year we're going to go by 1, so this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we have those for the different years. Now money wise, we know that we started with $1,000, so we'll put that little zigzag here because we're not going to start there. All right, because we're going to say 1,000. We could say that this is 1,000, but then we're going to go by, we'll say that this is 1,000, and then we're going to go by 100s. So this would be 1,100, and again you can set your own. This would be 1,200. All right, this would be 1,300. All right, and the next one would be 1,400. Okay, now we have to graph what we have. All right, now our initial investment was at 1,000. All right, so we can put a dot there. We know that at 5 years, right, in the 5th year, we ended up having 1,370. So we're going to go here to 5 and go up and put our dot right about there. All right, and that's 1,370. All right. Now, back at 1 year, we know it was 1,065. 1,065. So we're going to come in here at 1,065 and put our dot. All right, now you could go back and figure out all the other ones for 2, 3, and 4. All right, and then what you're going to need to do, again, it's difficult on here to draw a straight line, but we're going to draw a line that goes through those dots, and that's showing us, all right, our growth of our money. All right, showing the growth of our money. Now let's take a look at the bacteria. Okay, in the bacteria questions, you're going to see year is always going to go on the x-axis. So this time, oh, it's not going to be year. This will actually be, my bad, this one is the bacteria one, so it won't be year. The time's always going to go on here. And in this case, we didn't have years, but we had hours. So we're going to put hours right here. All right, our time is in hours. And again, for this we can go by ones. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll put 7 and 8 because we know we had 8 hours. All right. Now, data-wise, the other way, you know, this is far stretching. We go from 200. All right, we go from 200 at 1 to at 8. We're at what was it again for our numbers here? We're at 12. We're at 25,000. And if you remember, we were at 25,600. So our numbers stretch from 200 to 25,600. So at 1 hour, we're at 200. So how do we want to do this? We can't go by 100s. We're going to have to go by 5,000s as we make this graph. So we're going to say that this is 5,000. Okay, and this would be 10,000. Then we'll go to 15,000. Okay, and then the next one would be 20, and this would be 25,000. Okay, and then we'll just stop right there. And again, these are our bacterias. This is bacteria. Okay, so let's take a look at our graph. Now, at 1 hour, okay, and you see, with exponential graphs, you're going to see that they're going to start off real low. They're not going to hit the x-axis. They're going to come up real slowly, and then they're going to shoot up greatly. Because at 1 hour, right, we had 200. So our dot for 1 is going to be real close to the axis. Our dot at 2 is also going to be real close. It's at 400. All right, our dot for 3 is 1,600, so we're still below the 5,000 mark. So we're going to be right about there. Now, at 4 hours, we're at 1,600. So we're going to skip to 4 hours. We're still below the dot. All right, but now let's look what happens. At 5, we're at 3,200. So again, we're still below the 5,000 mark. But when we hit 6, we're finally above it at 6,400. All right, at 8, all right, at 7, we're 12,800. 12,800 about here. Okay, and then our last one is again 25,600, which puts us up right here. Okay, so let's take a look at how this graph will look. Again, this is how exponential graphs look. They're going to start off real low, all right, and you're going to go and you're going to see they grow and then they really shoot up as we go. And that's what we're looking at. We're looking at exponential growth.